Drive-Thru. Action. So Drive-Thru is the 2007 cheesy B horror movie written and directed by two guys named Brendan Collis and Shane Coon, if I'm saying that right. And this movie is just bad fun. This movie is about a killer clown named Horny the Clown. That's right, because he's got a lot of testosterone and he's horny for killing people, I guess. He rocks a badass clown costume and a meat cleaver, and he hunts down all these people because they're the kids of the certain parents who are responsible for his death many years ago. Why does that sound so familiar? This movie opens with four people going to Helleburger. That's the name of this franchise. It's called Helleburger, which I have to admit, like, the production of this place, it actually feels like a real place. If they should actually make a Helleburger now because of this movie, I would totally go there. But they're on their way to this place, and you got a couple in the front seat and a couple in the back seat, and the couple in the back seat, the girl's blowing a dude. It's like, who the fuck does that? Really? I never caught that as a child, but when I watched it as an adult, you hear that suction noise, and it's like, who does that? And then they go to this freaking restaurant, and it's clearly closed. They go inside, all the lights are out, there's nobody in the parking lot, no cars, no people in it, but yet they feel the need to break into a place that they thought was open to the public. Stupid. And you got this gangster, he's basically Slim Shady without someone else's pubic hair glued to his face. The dialogue in this movie is just so freaking cheesy. I love it. I mean, just the guy literally walks in with a pistol, and then he finds his buddy inside the fryer-later. It turns out he ain't no crook, son. He's a cooked one. That's a rap song reference. Right off the bat, you just know this movie isn't trying. It's just trying to be funny. It's trying to be just a cheesy modern slasher, and it does it pretty well, except there's just bad CGI here and there. Every death comes with a stupid one-liner, like, you want fries with that? Order up, punk. If I can find any on YouTube, I'll put them right here.
Order up, punk. Employee of the month's about to fuck you up.
Alright, let's go over some of the cons. There's a lot of cons. I'm going to go over them real quick. Alright, starting off with some stupid little things I saw that were stupid. There's a scene where there's people making out in a hot tub, and a woman pours beer on them, and they get out like they're upset that they got wet. You're in a hot tub, just dunk yourself, the beer will come right off. Or just get in the pool, but they act like they're just so upset for getting wet. It's stupid. And then there's it's just poor writing. Like, the dialogue's cheesy, the actors, all of them, suck. Every single one of them. You got Nicholas D'Augusto, if that's how you say his name, from Final Destination 5. He's the guy who has the premonition. He's the only decent thing. And I swear to God, his character scares our protagonist, Final Girl, more than Horny the Clown. He scares her 4 times in this fucking movie with jump scare music. And it's hard to even like this protagonist because she's just your typical rich teenager going to go to Berkeley. She keeps talking throughout this whole movie about how much of a hippie liberal she is, and it's just like, I don't care what your political views are. It has nothing to do with this story. It doesn't make your character more interesting at all. And then her boyfriend's always talking about her sweet ass. And she's playing a 17-year-old, so you can't see her ass, because that would be weird. She's 17, and that would be child pornography, and this isn't no Victor Salva movie. There's even a line of dialogue in this movie that's like, oh, your birthday's tomorrow, so I want to make love to you tomorrow. And then as the movie goes on, 2 days go by, and then it's her actual birthday. So therefore, that line of dialogue was fucking wrong. Every time Horny the Clown pops up on camera, there's like this hardcore metal song that plays, and it's jacked up so many decibels that you gotta quickly grab your remote and turn the freaking movie down. So the audio mixing in this movie was not done well. A lot of the songs in this movie are written by the writer and director. At least that's what the credit said, so I'm going to go off of that. And I just don't know what they were going for with this bad guy. Like, is he supernatural or not? Well, from everything we see in this movie, he's supernatural. He tampers with 8 balls. He somehow prints photos that are impossible to print because they're happening as she's looking at a photo of literally her looking at a photo. So how does that happen? This guy is supernatural, but yeah, he walks around in human form, like he's Freddy, except it's not a nightmare, it's real life. So they don't even explain, is he alive or is he dead? What's going on there? There's a scene at the end where he gets caught on fire again to die at the end of the movie, and his outfit completely changes because it's a fire suit. as if they couldn't make a fire suit that didn't look like a fire suit and it looked like his actual costume. Even the ending of this movie is kind of weird. Like, you're not spoiler alert, I doubt you'll ever see this movie, and if you have seen it, you're watching this review and you already know what happens. But it's like, it almost seems like, did he possess Fisher or did he come back to life again? It's weird, it's open-ended, and we're never going to get a sequel, and that's a shame. This movie also resembles Scream in a way because, just like in Scream, you know, they wanted to attack Sydney on a certain day and kill her last, but yet they still attacked her, like, in the first act of the movie. Just like in this movie, Horny the Clown wants to kill Mackenzie on her 18th birthday, but yet he tries to kill her, like, 2 days prior. There's so many examples of bad writing I could tell you about, like, her best friend gets a tattoo and she's on the phone like, you'll never believe what tattoo I got. I can't wait to show you. And she dies. So therefore, Mackenzie never gets to see her friend's tattoo. But yet, after her friend dies, she's at the police station talking about how she knows what her tattoo was. Because how did you know? You never saw it. And that's another con right there. The way her friend dies with her head inside a fucking microwave. It's plugged into an extension cord across its entire fucking gymnasium. And Mackenzie is the only person on Earth who doesn't know how to hit an off button. You're telling me this microwave didn't have an off button? Or are you just stupid? Or what happened? I don't know. She's stupid. I'm gonna go with she's stupid. That's my hypothesis. There's like 3 or 4 instances in this movie where like Horny the Clown's trying to give our main protagonist clues as to who he's gonna kill next, but one of them he gives them a clue for after he kills them, another one before. None of them help the protagonist at all, so it's like all pointless. If you can take a scene out of your movie or a concept out of your movie and it's still the same movie or it doesn't affect it at all, then you know it's pointless, therefore take it out. Every clue this guy was given, or Horny, that's his name, was giving Mackenzie was pointless. It didn't help her at all. She would always like find it like the next day, like, oh, that would have helped me narrow it down, but you wouldn't have done shit about it. There's comic relief by these two, like this cop. There's a cop duo in this movie, and their names are Chase and Crockers. That sounds an awful lot like cheese and crackers. But I guess that's the joke, right? And those people just felt cliche cops. Like, it looked like movie cops. Like, they weren't cops. They just looked like they were on a stage acting for, like, some kind of high school play playing cops, you know? It was cheesy. It was very cheesy. And then there's 2 characters that, I mean, the production, there's my positive. My positive for this movie is the clown's awesome, his costume, his mask, the way he kills people, there's blood and good special effects in this movie. So those are the things I'm going to give this movie for the positives. All right? There. It's over. Back to the negatives again. It's like the writing. It's very weird and there's choppy editing. Like there's moments in this movie where they decided to fast forward shit. Like where Horny just like starts... He just fast forwards. And it looks weird. I don't know what they're going for there. And then there's like slow motion shots that are just unnecessary. So it's just like the editing was very weird in this movie. And obviously they couldn't afford to make dead bodies or to hire good people who can play dead bodies. Because the dead bodies at the end, which by the way is like a close resemblance of Happy Birthday to Me. Like, I think that's the movie. It almost looks like that scene at the end of that movie. Where there's dead bodies around and there's a cake. So there's another ripoff in this movie. But the dead bodies are all kind of like moving a little bit. And even one of them starts to blink. It's like, really? All you have to do is play dead. Play dead. And the last negative I'll give this movie is that there's this weird part in this movie where 2 people are having sex in line for a carnival ride. Who does that? Or were they even in line? It looked like they got off the ride mid-ride and got to the side and started fucking. And it was doggy style, standing up. It was just weird. Like, that's just a weird fucking thing in this movie. And it makes no sense. It does nothing for the movie. I guess it's just supposed to be funny. But it's odd. But the killer clown costume is badass. And I would pay hundreds to get it. But it doesn't exist anywhere. But drive-thru is a good time for one viewing if you're drunk. So when it comes to drive-thru, I recommend that you just rent it at Redbox. Or borrow it from a friend. You can borrow it from me. Ask me and I'll send it to you. Just joking. Fuck you. No, fuck you. No, I'm just lying. I'm a little buzzed right now. So, don't worry about it. Have you seen drive-thru? Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. And as always, remember to click on my beautiful face in 5 seconds. And until next time, auf Wiedersehen.